Most of us will never be found weaving individual threads together to create a length of fabric. We leave that to someone else, right? But weaving fabric is something entirely different and entirely new, and it's the latest creative thrill for sewers and quilters. Today we're learning more about weaving fabric with fabric. I don't even know what I'm saying. Kris Thurgood joins me. What am I saying?
Hi,
I think I have to see this to understand, so point it out.
You know, this is really fun. It's a technique actually that's been around for a long time, but it's making a comeback.
Okay.
And especially with the help of some great tools out there to do it.
So the look is what?
Well, the look is, it's like it's built on a triaxial grid. Oh. All right, I know that sounds very mathematical, right?
Your IQ just went through the ceiling.
All right, but basically you're building diamonds, just right, you know, one fabric next to the other. And so you're creating fabric on its own to be able to put into new projects.
This is gorgeous.
Isn't that fun?
It's gorgeous, and it has that subtle texture where it is layered and kind of interwoven.
And I have to tell you, the best part is it's no-sew. I know. I knew you'd be really excited about that.
No sew.
No sew.
Okay.
No, there's really not any sewing involved in actually making the fabric itself.
I'm gonna wait for the bait and switch. Is it coming?
Right.
Is it coming?
Maybe a little bit later.
Let's focus on this orange one. How many different fabrics are at play here? How many different fabrics?
You've got 6 different fabrics, and so they're just strips. You know, you have about 1/6 of a yard of 6 different fabrics, and then your background fabric, which is the white on this one in particular, is about 1/2 yard. So with about 1.5 yards of fabric, you can do something really scrappy and fun, and it looks like you spent a whole lot of time on it.
To me, this is the definition of eye candy. I could just stare at that. Look at the greens and the blues and the teals, the way they're patterned and played out.
Absolutely.
It's just incredible. We've got some behind us too, kind of more in project form.
Right. So the nice thing is you're creating basically your own fabric. So whatever project that you are currently working on, so for example, this messenger bag, go ahead and substitute one of the fabric pieces for the woven fabric, and it just really adds a whole new element, you know, to that project.
Very cool. You're going to show us how.
Yes.
We're getting scrappy. We're not sewing.
We're not sewing. So the first step, and this is, you know, this is going to probably take you the longest in getting your fabric prepared, is that you're going to start out with 2-inch strips on this.
Okay.
And I'm using, with the help of the little bias tape maker, this is going to just slide right through here with my iron.
So you talked about tools that are making this technique
easier. And this is one of those that is really going to help. So this is a 1-inch bias tape maker. So because I'm going to fold this in, I'm going to take a little pin here to help me through this little contraption.
Oh, it's going to fold in the edges for you.
Exactly.
Oh.
Okay. So right here, you see that this fabric is coming
the proper
through.
way, and then I decode into my dumb understanding. Okay.
Exactly.
We're folding in the edges.
Yeah, there you go. You're just folding them towards the center, and you know you could do that by hand, but it's going to take a lot of work to get it in there. You might burn your fingers.
But you just keep sliding and ironing.
This is a lot better. Yep. So what we're going to do is we're just going to flip this over here like that.
Okay.
Place my iron and then take a look. I'm just riding along.
Riding along in my automobile.
Exactly.
You know you were thinking
and
it at
there
home.
you go. Absolutely.
Okay.
And you've got the folded edges right there in the middle.
Cute.
So that's the first thing you have to do to prepare your strips.
And you need a lot of those.
Yeah, you're going to need quite a few.
Exactly. Did you hear the pleasantness in her voice? Yes.
Sure,
You need a few hundred. No.
Why not? The next thing you're going to do is you're going to pick up some foam core at your local, you know, craft supply store.
Okay.
So this is just a 1/2-inch foam core that we just cut, you know, to the size that we wanted our fabric to be. And you're going to create your triaxial grid here by drawing 30-degree angles right here. So you just start out this way, and you're going to start out this way, and then you go ahead and follow those lines.
And this is where you hope someone says, "What are you doing?" So you can say to your husband, "I'm creating my triaxial grid."
Yeah,
right?
And sounds super smart.
Do you have a ruler that helps kind of map that out?
No, not really. You're just using a regular ruler to do it, but you're at a 30-degree angle.
Brain power.
Yeah, exactly. So here now we've got, you know, our pieces that we already did right here, but I want to point out something else to you. Before you add these onto your little mat here, I have what's called Shape Flex. This is, go ahead and feel that. Oh. It has a bumpy side, which is the glue side.
Yeah.
And then just the regular cotton side.
Okay.
So you're going to have the fusible side up so that we can then, you know, place this on top of here, but we have the lines here so we know exactly where to place our strips.
We're keeping things even, Steven.
Yep, exactly. And then notice that I've taken pins here and placed them into the board at both, at both ends. Okay?
And spacing matters.
Yeah.
You don't want any white foam showing through.
You don't want any white foam showing through. Now, you're not going to do any ironing with this yet. We're going to wait till the very end, and then we press those together. And that's why we have this, fusible interfacing on the back so that it holds it all together.
Okay, this is fun.
All right, so here's the next step. And are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay, so this is where this great little tool called Wefty comes in.
Wefty.
And
Wefty, huh?
Wefty.
Someone should have consulted me on the naming of that product. No, I'm just kidding.
And we're going to just place it right in there like that.
Okay.
And this has a tapered end, so it makes it really simple to just pull those right through. So I'm going to go ahead and let you do that.
You brave woman.
Yeah.
And you just basket weave, kind of?
Basically, you're basket weaving, but we're going to go under.
Under
let's
this
see,
one?
Under
Let's
the first one.
Under?
Let's see, under 2.
Under 2.
Yep, we're going to start out with under 2. I'm looking at my other one here for
And then
reference.
over 2?
Over 1.
Over 1.
Yep. And just pull that up.
Under 2?
Over, let's see, under 2.
Under 2. We're patterning, aren't we?
Okay,
Our
yep.
kindergarten
Now
teachers
go
would be
ahead
so
and
proud.
you can leave that there.
Okay.
And you're going to just kind of shift it through there by using the help of these little bars right there. So now we're going to go, what's the next one?
Over 1. I got this. I got this.
That's right. It's kind of fun. Once you get the hang of it, it takes a little, getting used to what you're doing
Now, what were
here.
you doing back here to shift it? Just make sure it stayed lined up, or?
Yeah,
Okay.
so go ahead and keep going all the way
Keep
through.
going. Just keep swimming.
You got this, girl.
Everyone's like, please stop singing. Please stop singing every song that comes into your head. Okay.
That's right.
Over 1.
And then
Under
under.
1. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. And then we're going to do what we call like the little shimmy, where we're just going to shimmy
Is
this
that what it's
down.
called?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's also another very technical term. We're going to shimmy this down.
It's a dance
right
move Kris
here.
has also perfected, but we won't make you demonstrate that
Oh,
either.
thank you. There we go.
Okay.
And then, go
Cool.
ahead and you're going to take these pins and you're just going to pin this in here.
Very cool.
And here, and you just continue with the same method. You're going to do it another time. Do you see the stars forming now?
Yes, I do.
Is that something
What a
else?
brain
Or
bend.
what? And then finally, the very end, once you have this all done, you're going to fuse it in place.
Yes.
This is the only time sewing comes into play, my friend.
Here it is.
Right here. So you're going to sew all the way around the perimeter of it just to hold it into place.
This is very cool.
Trim it up. And now look at this. You've got
This
this
is
beautiful
very
little
cool.
mini quilt
I love it.
that you didn't really have to do much sewing at all.
I love it. And you know what else I love?
Yeah.
And I hope this comes out the way I mean it. A lot of
Okay.
times I think quilters and sewers spend so much, love hours invested in a project.
Uh-huh.
And those on the outside don't always see that time and that blood and that sweat and those love,
Yeah, yeah.
efforts. This
Yeah.
is so appreciable. I think
Yeah.
it's amazing. Like
It's
you look at it and
beautiful,
your
isn't
eyes
it?
are just on fire.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And like I said, you can add it to any project. You can make them into pillows or placemats or mini quilts or handbags.
Amazing.
There's a
Amazing.
lot of things.
Kris,
So,
thank you so much.
yeah,
Very cool.
you
Not a new
bet.
technique, as she said, but one that's definitely coming back with the help of those
Exactly.
handy dandy tools.
Yes.
Also amazing, a huge announcement coming out of our friends at my girlfriend's quilt shop, and it's worthy of all the applause. Tell
Oh
us.
my goodness,
Tell us.
thank you. We are so excited. We are thrilled to announce that we have a brand new location opening up at the end of this summer right here in Sandy, Utah.
Sandy, Utah
Yes,
can now
yes.
claim and embrace my girlfriend's
That's
quilt shop.
right.
And kind of a new location for you, a new sort of location.
Yeah, we're calling it my girlfriend's sewing machine and education center. So we are going to have a ton of classes and events and special things to bring people together to sew, to laugh, to have fun, to
Look at
eat.
me. I'm all
You name
goosebumpy
it.
for you. You've grown in such awesome ways, and you're
Thank
helping women
you.
out there really fulfill their creative dreams.
Thank
so
you.
thank you
We're
for
thrilled.
Congratulations. Thanks for
Thank
helping us
you.
today.